Hey guys, my name is Kaila, Kake. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me, talking about femininity. Y'all, this topic has been so popular and I'm glad it is, because I feel like a lot of people really need to kind of dial back and just define it themselves one more time, because times are changing, y'all. Okay, like society is so different from how it used to be. So I kind of get into like my journey to femininity, becoming Kaila Kake, and the things that I've gone through, and also just touching on a couple of the things that you see on Instagram in real life, like just out in society, that can possibly, you know, alter your opinions or whatever have you, and just giving y'all some little, you know, uplifting tips and things like that. So girl, let's go ahead and get right to it. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kaila Kake. I did grab this topic from one of my question boxes, so thank you so much to everyone who submitted a topic. We will be making a bunch of those into some girl chat videos, because y'all came with some bomb topics. Okay, so if you want to submit some topics, definitely follow me on Instagram at Kaila Kake, and also make sure you subscribe, turn your post notifications, all that good stuff. Like this video if you like this video, and let's get into it. All right, so I did my hair, when was that, like maybe yesterday, or I think it was like yesterday morning. So it don't look too bad, but my joint did kind of slide back. I don't know if y'all can see my real edges peeping out, but that's okay. I put my hair in 2 braids last night just because it was just in my way. So I don't know, let's see what comes out of it. Also, y'all excuse my skin. Mother Nature this time really kicked my behind. Like, she was like, look, I'm really sorry what I'm about to do to you, but that's not gonna stop me from doing it. She jacked my face all the way up. Like, I had a bunch on my chin. I had a bunch over here too. Like, I don't think I've ever broken out that bad on my period. This is kind of cute, but not cute enough. I'm actually getting ready to go take some pictures for the gram. So this is the perfect time to talk about femininity when I'm putting on makeup, doing my hair, you know, getting cute and stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing my hair and my makeup, so just bear with me. I'm trying to like look in the mirror and then talk and then think, and so if I'm not looking at you guys, I'm sorry. But first, basically, like the basis of this whole video, what does femininity mean to me? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think I gave it a definition. And I also kind of feel like femininity is so like subjective to each individual. Like, it should mean something different to everyone. I'm not really comparing it to love, but I feel like it's the same situation with love. Like, everyone defines it 100% differently, because no one, you know, no one's life is the same, no one's journey is the same. So if I'm defining it with my journey, then, you know, what was my femininity journey? So was I always feminine? I feel definitely not, number one, but I feel like I kind of like, what is the word? I kind of just like piggybacked off of what I saw. Does that make sense? Like, I looked up to the people around me and I kind of like just figured it out from there. So basically, you know, I was kind of raised by my grandmother for a long period of time. So I, you know, dress girly, matchy outfits, especially when I was younger. Like, she would buy me outfits and they would match the matching top and the bottoms, and then the shoes and the socks, and maybe even a little headband or something. But, you know, like, that's kind of where my fashion sense started, number one. But, you know, I saw that as being girly, like having cute outfits and doing this and doing that, and like doing my nails. She would change her nail color, you know, like with every outfit. Like, her nails would match her outfit. But meanwhile, girl, who even knew what femininity was back then? I was like freaking 3 years old. So I just was kind of like, I feel like that's the earliest exposure to femininity. You know what I'm saying? Like, just your appearance and, you know, the way you carry yourself. My grandmother was very big on how I carry myself. You know, sit with your legs closed. Girl, don't be sitting with your legs all wide. So yeah, I feel like back then it was more, you know, just teaching, you know, me how to be ladylike, or teaching me what girls do, or, you know, being involved in girl activities like painting your nails and getting your hair done and this and that. Like, that was kind of like my first run-in with femininity, if you would call it that. But I didn't know what that was. I just thought, girl, I'm a girl, so that's what girls do, right? Right. So then comes me and my sister actually living together. We moved in with our real mom or whatever, and before that, we both lived with our side of the family because we had different dads. So I lived with my dad's side, I lived with my grandparents, and then she lived with her father and her grandparents and stuff like that. So my sister grew up totally different from me, okay? She was a tomboy. She kind of still is, so cute, but she was like a tomboy, and I never ever seen that, okay? Like, I kind of seen it a little bit in elementary school where there's like, you know, the girls that just aren't so girly and they're more like rough on the playground and stuff like that. But, you know, I didn't really know like what it was classified as. I just, you know, I just knew what I was, girl. I've always minded my business, okay, period. But when it came, you know, to living with my sister, she kind of showed me a totally different side of being a girl. So she would wear like her baggy pants, and she would wear her big t-shirts, and she would literally wear her father's like old clothes. And but like, it was just so cool to me because like, I feel like she just redefined everything that I was taught. Not everything that I was taught, but you know, just everything I thought a girl should be. Like, she just redefined all that, and I just thought it was so cool. Like, so I started to, you know, get my cargo shorts on, like the baggy cargo shorts. I used to wear, you know, looser clothes, band tees, and, you know, stuff that wasn't so matchy and cute. And I started to kind of like follow her lead, and I just thought, okay, I could do this. Like, this is so different, and I was feeling it. And you know, that's my big sister. Like, I just wanted to follow in her footsteps. I wanted to do everything she did because I just thought that was so cool. So the question was I always feminine? No, I started to take on this whole like little tomboy vibe. And then I started to find, I guess like, then I experienced both worlds of like being girly and matchy, nails done, to now, you know, calling myself a tomboy. So now I'm like, okay, hold on. So now I see both sides, and then I figured out what I liked about one of the other ones. I figured out what I didn't like about the other one, and then I just kind of found my balance, and then that's where I stayed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, over the years, as I've grown into the woman that I am today, I really feel like, you know, I now define femininity taking care of myself, as far as like, you know, pampering myself, going to get a wax for sis, you know what I'm saying, keeping her clean, keeping my body clean, being well moisturized, smelling good, you know, like my hair always being popping. When I tell you, you will never catch me outside with my hair looking crazy. That is one thing I do not play about, is my hair, okay? My hair. It always has to be nice, laid, slick back, something like that. That's one thing I've always kept, you know, nice looking. And that also stems from back in the day as well. When I was younger, I had this big old curly hair and nobody knew what the heck to do with it. So I was always in somebody's salon chair. I was always getting my hair done. I was always, you know, like keeping my hair looking nice, because my hair was so big and unmanageable and no one knew what to do with all of this curly hair. So I was always, my hair was always just like done, like always. So yeah, now I'm like conditioned and, you know, keeping my hair nice and polished and nice looking and this and that. Not saying that like curly hair is crazy, but like when I tell you, when I was a kid, like my hair was just like frizzy, curly, nappy, knotted, matted up, like that type of crazy. Not like natural hair is crazy, because girl, natural hair is beautiful. But back then, nobody knew what to do with no natural hair, okay? Like my grandma, she had all boys, and so their hair was definitely low cut. My dad has the same type of hair as me, but you know, their hair was always low cut. Even when my dad had an afro, like they just kind of picked it out. So it's not really anything to manage, girl. It was just a picked out fro. And then a lot of other women in my family, they just wore like wigs and stuff, or they had relaxers. And then I actually ended up, you know, fall into that category of, my parents don't know what to do with my hair, well, relax it. So now my hair is just always manageable. You know what I'm saying? So my hair basically is one of the feminine things about me that I like to upkeep, I guess. So yeah, I've definitely adopted a couple of things like in my lifetime that I definitely consider to be like my feminine ways. Femininity should be defined, you know, for you. Like no one should define femininity for you. It's literally internal. It's literally what you think femininity is. And I'm just telling you guys, you know, how I define it is, you know, I've always, you know, kept my hair nice and neat and stuff. So I feel like that's kind of feminine. I like to be clean. I like to smell good. I like to take care of myself, groom myself, self-care, taking care of my mental as well. Like, girl, I've worked on my mental for years, baby. Okay. So that's definitely kind of like feminine to me. Just making sure my head is on right as well. Like all that cute, taking care of myself, treat yourself. Okay, but are you stable? Because that's very important. So yeah, I'm very proud of the way that I carry myself. I feel like I'm definitely, you know, of course there's room for improvement, but I do feel like I'm on a good track as far as like the way that I carry myself, the way that I am pushing myself, the situations that I put myself in. I feel like I'm definitely way better at that than I was, of course, when I was younger, because lessons learned, right? And I just, you know, I'm very proud of where I am and how I have grown as a woman. And I also think part of femininity is definitely, you know, seeing where you are, seeing where you can improve, applauding yourself for, you know, the good things, the good, not notions, but like the good you have done, the good advancements. That's kind of the word. The good advancements and your accomplishments and stuff like that. That's definitely, you know, that female boss energy that, you know, you're proud of yourself, and those things, the wins and the losses, make you want to do better for yourself. I do think nowadays, well, number one, femininity has been like this huge topic, and I do feel like a lot of people, or a lot of girls, like kind of growing up on social media, they can kind of be, you know, a little misled or a little influenced. Of course, it's social media, but a lot of girls can definitely be influenced by the look of other people and just go ahead and classify that as femininity. Maybe because men praise that look. Y'all know what look I'm talking about. Big boobs, big booty, like curves, all of that. So yeah, a lot of women can just go ahead and just classify, oh, that's feminine because, you know, men are attracted to it, or this and that. When in reality, girl, you define whatever you want it to be. I can understand totally how women feel like having curves, having a big booty, having big boobs is, you know, more feminine than having small boobs, having broad shoulders. Girl, I got some broad shoulders on me, but I still feel cute nonetheless. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still feel feminine. It doesn't take away from how I feel or how I define femininity. It's just a feature about me that's broad. Like, shoot, who cares? But I think a lot of women do feel like, you know, how am I supposed to feel cute when I ain't got no titties? Like, I'm literally built like a little boy. Like, at one point, all the skinny women were the beauty standard, were the feminine, you know, standard. So I feel like the definition of femininity just changes all the time. So I just like to keep my personal definition to myself. I like to define it my own way because I refuse to be influenced by the world's definition, and then I am influenced by that to like change my body, or, you know, like do something that I don't really truly believe in. Like right now, honestly, imagine if a girl went on Instagram and she saw all these curvaceous women and she was like, okay, bet I'm gonna get a BBL because this is society's definition of beautiful, and I want to be beautiful, I want to be feminine, such and such. And then the next year, being skinny mini is in trend. Now what you would do? Get a reverse BBL? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I just feel like everyone's definition should just be, you know, by them, for them. I think I was watching an interview with Karuchi, and I don't remember, maybe it was like a big boy, I don't know, whatever. She was saying basically like, at one point she wanted to get her breasts done because, you know, people were kind of like talking about, oh, well, you know, she's built like a little boy. Like everyone else had, ooh, sorry, I can't breathe when I do that. Everyone else, you know, had boobs and were the beauty standard of that time. And she just kind of sat back and realized, like, I'm happy with my body. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with having small boobs. But yeah, that's like a perfect example. She literally sat there and defined her own femininity. She didn't let society, you know, change that definition for her. She lived in her truth. She lived in her own body, and, you know, she found her love for her appearance. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it really takes a strong-minded, strong-willed person to be able to do that. Because when I tell you social media can be very influencing, like, girl, we've seen it all over, okay? Like, literally everyone, almost everyone has the same body type at this point. Like, it's literally ridiculous. I was even watching a stripper vlog. Don't ask me why I was watching stripper vlogs, y'all, okay? I just love them joints. But one girl was saying that she actually got her breasts done because she was flat-chested, and who's going to spend money on a woman who has no titties? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that right there just kind of showed, like, she was influenced by a man's definition of beautiful, or a man's definition of, you know, worthy of spending money, feminine, like things like that. When you define femininity yourself, when you define beautiful yourself, that's when you start to tap into the inner happiness, you know what I'm saying? That inner beauty, just feeling good about yourself. And it's taken me a long time to get there, and I'm definitely not all the way there. Like, when I tell you, as far as appearance goes, like, my acne, I never felt like that was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? I still don't. I'm still working on it. And it's something that, like, girl, I'm a human being. I say this all the time, like, girl, I'm human, because I am. Like, acne is not just on my face, baby. It's on so many other people's faces. But I had to, like, kind of learn to just accept that this is a part of my life. So confidence is definitely something else that I would consider to be, you know, that feminine energy. Like, just being confident in yourself, no matter what life throws at you. Like, you're able, even if it knocks you down, like, you're able to get back up and keep it moving, keep it going. So someone brought up a really good point when they were like, women, like, what do I think about women taking on more masculine roles, as far as, like, you know, being a head honcho, like HBIC, making more money, and sometimes, you know, being the provider, or, you know, just like bringing in that bread basically, and taking on those roles, being independent, stuff like that, and not depending on a man, you know, stuff like that. And I feel like that's even more, like, to me, that's even more feminine, to be able to take care of yourself, to be able to stand on your own, to be able to be, you know, self-sufficient. Like, that's powerful to me. I love a powerful woman, and I feel like that doesn't take away from any femininity at all to me. I feel like that adds to it. Like, oh, you're able to just do this by yourself. Like, you don't need no man, you don't need nobody to pay them bills and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that right there, that's a woman, sweetie, okay? Like, I love it, I love it, I love it. But that's my definition, okay? I'm gonna keep saying that, because we all need our own definition of pretty much everything. Because, girl, society's opinions will swallow you whole, and then you'll end up just not even knowing who you are, okay? Like, girl, it's not safe out here. I actually enjoy kind of like the new standard of, you know, the powerful woman, the self-sufficient, independent woman, as opposed to back in the day where, you know, the men, they bring home the bacon and the women is in the kitchen cooking bacon. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to do both. I like to cook and I like to bring home the bacon. Like, I like it all. I like to do all of it. It just makes me feel good. It doesn't demasculate a man at all, in my opinion. Another comment was saying that women don't want to be, what did she say? Dainty, seductive, or like mysterious anymore. And then she asked, can you still be feminine and be strong-willed? And I just kind of touched on that. Basically, yes. Like, how come, why can't you be feminine and be strong-willed? Like, you don't want to stand up for yourself? Like, how is femininity? I don't get it. Is femininity to you, like, sitting down and shutting up, because baby, that ain't mine. Mine is speaking up for myself, defending myself, loving myself enough to speak up and defend myself, and caring about my well-being to be able to, you know, defend myself or what have you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself internally, externally, all of that type of stuff. It's almost like the term girl power. Like, girl power means, you know, finding the strength inside of yourself while, you know, still being like literally girl and then power, like feminine power. Another really good point that someone brought up was Black women are the most emasculated women, just because we're always deemed to be like the strong one, or we're always, you know, the Captain Save-A-Ho, or just like sticking up for everyone except ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like a tough topic. Is that masculated? Like, I don't really get emasculated from that. I still feel like that's that power that we possess as Black women to, like, you're gonna deem me as strong? Okay, bet, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least you're not deeming me as weak. I 100% want to be deemed as a strong Black woman. Like, I don't want to be deemed as weak at all, like, because I'm not that. I'm far from that. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to protect mine. I'm going to, you know, do whatever it takes to, you know, get what I deserve, live my life fairly. I just feel like when women speak up, like, men sometimes, not all men, but some men just kind of get, like, you know, offended, or they feel like we're demasculating them, when in reality we not even worried about your crusty dusty behind. Okay, we're literally just speaking up for ourselves. Like, mind your business. Men should literally not even be allowed to speak about women. Like, how about it? Let's just make it a law. Men, shut the hell up about women, women's bodies, women's thoughts, women's rights. Like, just shut up. I mean, I know, you know, people want women to just kind of like sit down and shut up, but baby, it's 2020. We're in a whole new century. We're in a whole new time where women empowerment is a thing, and it's just going to be a thing now. This is not some like 5 minutes of fame empowerment situation. Like, no, we're really bossing up. We're really doing this shit, and people are, men are not, you know, they just really not feeling that. Like, they really not used to it, so the change is a little wow, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I love that some men are kind of getting used to it, and they want a girl with her own money. They want a girl who can support themselves. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into kind of like, someone asked me this, but how the music industry has kind of like affected femininity, girl power, you know, gender roles, all that type of stuff. So I feel like it has impacted it so much. Imagine going outside, seeing really nice cars and this and that, and meanwhile you just taking the trash out because your man is at work and you're at home breastfeeding babies and all that type of stuff, and you don't have a job, you broke. You go outside and you see this really nice car, and you see a woman you see a woman step out of it. It's her car. Like, how would that make you feel? And you get to chatting with her, and she's just like, yeah, you know, I have my own business and I do this and I do that. Like, that's gonna make you want to just be like, dang, like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these women coming out in these songs, rapping these lyrics, talking about some, yeah, I make my own money, I'm a boss, I'm this, I'm that. Like, what? I want to be a boss too. Like, I want to be successful. That means I could do it. Like, these women are sitting there like, look, I didn't sit up in this kitchen peeling potatoes, okay? I got up out that kitchen. F what a man gotta say. Like, I'm gonna go get it myself. And that, I feel like that just put that battery in females' backs to be like, oh, we could go get it ourselves. Like, we don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men hated that. They still do. But it just, I feel like it put that empowerment in women to want to get up and go get that shit themselves. Like, you see so many women CEOs now. You see so many successful women. You see so many successful Black women. It feels good to see that. And it's kind of like reassuring, like, okay, well, if you put in the work, you could get it too. Just like a man put in that work to get his, you can also put in that work to get yours. F what they said back in the day, that females, you know, inequality and this and that. Like, we finna change the standard ourselves. Since y'all ain't finna change it, we've been begging for it. We just gonna do it ourselves, okay? Sit down, relax. We got it. We got this. Thank you for your efforts, but we got this. And again, you doing it yourself is not taken away from your femininity. I think, I can't remember her name, but you guys need to watch on Netflix. It's called The Remix, and it's about Misa Hilton. Well, it's about like a bunch of like designers from back in the day, basically just giving them their flowers and letting y'all know they've been on, okay, period. But it was mostly about like Misa Hilton, which I love her so much. Now, on that series, there was a woman, I really don't remember her name right now, I cannot think, but she was basically, you know, afraid that she came out with her own clothing line or whatever, but she did not reveal that she was a woman. She didn't reveal who owned it. She was a woman, but she was afraid to reveal herself because she felt like people would not take her seriously. So now, during these times, she's relaunched her brand and stuff like that. And I feel like that's also because now those roles have changed. Like, now men are just not the only successful ones. Like, women are allowed and accepted as successful now. Okay, I finished my makeup. A lot of technical difficulties. My camera died. This, that, da, da, da. Everything will be linked down below as far as my makeup, so you know what I use, the shades and all of that. But let's get into the city girls. So a lot of people were talking about the city girls and their impact on femininity or girl power or women in general, women being taken serious or blah, blah, blah. And I feel like a lot of people just kind of listen to them and think, oh, if you want a piece of this cookie, you gotta fucking bag me. That's not all they're saying. They're basically saying all of these years, like, men have just taken, and what have you given us? So if you want something from me, compensate me. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? That doesn't take away from any women's independence. And in fact, like I said before, I feel like men are more attracted to women who have their own things. They want to spoil women who have their own. Even the city girls have said multiple times, like, look, that man get you a Birkin, you better have something to put in it. And they've even said, if you want to get flued out, you better have your own money in that carry-on. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in case. Like, you got to be able to take care of yourself for a man to come in and want to spoil you and take care of you and do these things. So that's what they really be talking about. Y'all really got to listen, because I don't feel like they're diminishing women at all. I don't feel like they're making women seem like beggars. But a lot of people are just taking what city girls say and they run with it. And now men are just like, but you don't even have your own, so why are you asking me? And then they be like, oh, well, the city girl said it. No, you got to listen to what they said. They said have your own, but spend his instead. You know what I'm saying? Because he asking you for that cookie. He asking you to cook. He asking you to clean. The least he could do is compensate you. You know what I'm saying? The least he could do is take care of you, for you taking care of him. Shoot, his sexual needs, listening to his, you know, problems, his mental needs. Shoot, bail him out if he get in a little trouble or something. Like, the least he could do is take care of you, buy you a little something, spoil you, you know, treat you right. They just said, if you're gonna do all this for a man, he better be treating you right. That's it. That's it. They're pretty much saying, girl, take back that control, because you deserve to be treated well. You deserve to be spoiled. For everything that you do for these men, you deserve to be spoiled, okay? But don't go around begging for Birkins when you can't even buy Gucci, okay? And also another topic in women's music, they were saying how women are speaking up about sexuality. They're speaking up about, you know, perfect example, WAP. A lot of people were just disgusted. They were like, this is not what women should be talking about. And oh my God, this is so vulgar. Like, women should not be this vulgar. Like, men could sit here and talk about how big their, you know, sausage is. Why can't we talk about how, you know, WAP is? Like, how does that make sense? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I really like this topic. Shout out to the girl, what's her name? Hold on, let me, because she is the first one that told me to speak about femininity. Her name is Alexis. I don't know if she wants me to say her whole name. I don't know if she wants to be anonymous. There's a million people named Alexis, so you'll never know who I'm talking about, okay? But girl, Alexis, shout out to you, because this really had me like sitting down and thinking about this topic. I like for my little brain juices to be flowing. So I really enjoyed this topic, y'all. Honestly, out of all of this that I'm saying, define it yourself, y'all. Do not sit there and believe in society's beauty standards, society's standards of femininity, and just, you know, think for yourself. Like, define it yourself however you like to do what you do to please yourself, to make yourself proud, to make yourself look pretty or pretty in your eyes. Do it, okay? Don't follow along. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Do you. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all of the topics that you guys sent. I did answer a few of them on my Instagram. If you aren't following me on Instagram, follow your girl, because that is where I will ask you guys topics to speak on my YouTube channel, or sometimes I'll even answer them on my story immediately, just to give y'all, you know, little pieces of me, how I be thinking, how my brain just be flowing and stuff. So I love you guys. I said that already. Let's get up out of here and go take some Instagram pictures. What time is it? I took so long to film. Okay, I gotta go. Love you guys. Peace.